discovering a little bit more about our Women's Wisdom Study program. The program, as most of you know, takes place over 8 months, a period of 8 months, and there are 4 components each month. Within each month you will receive a video, an email, partake in a group session and partake in a telecall. We're really excited this year with a couple of new additions, one of them being that it will be available nationally. So you'll be able to do webinars, obviously partaking in the telecall you can do from anywhere. So that's a really fantastic addition. And we're also really excited that we've got a graduate from last year's program who will be joining this year as the coach. So you'll have that extra support in that you will, when you set a goal and you want to achieve that at the end of this 8 months, you'll have that support of someone holding you accountable. So they'll check in with you after the emails, they'll check in with you after the videos. We've got the private Facebook group so you can check in with them on there, and there's just a person there who is exactly for you to be whatever you desire them to be over that 8 months. At the end of the 8 months, you'll have a really good understanding of the complete Women's Wisdom system and how it applies to you. So each month is an intensive look via the study program at how you are in parenting, how you are in relationships, how you are in communication. So each of the topics that we cover at the end of that month, you'll be able to really get out any blocks, clear and create any shifts that are necessary so that at the end of the 8 months, you're able to say, I've created the reality that I truly desire, that your heart's desire is. And also, you know, not a lot of us always know what that heart's desire is, so you'll be able to get really clear on that as well. Look, I could stand here for the next hour and tell you what you'll get out of it, but in a nutshell, that's what the program is all about and how we deliver it to you. So we're really excited to get underway with our second year of the Women's Wisdom Study program. Yeah. I would like to introduce Jules to get started. Jules is going to bring everybody up and do a little mini taster of each of the 8 topics that we cover throughout the program and also explain to you a little bit more about the program. So thanks, guys.
Thanks everyone, thanks Sammy. Welcome to the Women's Wisdom Study program. That was well described. The program is designed, well, let's go through it. The program, there's a few processes through this. The first thing is the program is designed to really, for you to understand you, because inside every single being, not just us in this room, but all over the whole globe actually, is a wisdom that's your own wisdom that you can tap in and inherit. And there are ways to do that. All through our lives, we're continually told what's good for us to eat, what's great for us here, what's not great for us here. And sometimes that's true and sometimes it's not. And you're really best to start taking responsibility for your life so that you can get to the end of a certain period of time and go, this is the life I've created, and know that it's going to be created every day the way you want it because you're the creator. That process takes some time to get. The Women's Wisdom Study program is based on looking at energy and awareness, using awareness to heal. When we use awareness to heal, we are actually inviting the wisdom into our body. We're inviting it in from inside, we're inheriting who we are. And so when we start to inherit who we are, we start to realize that we're really an infinite energetic being, capable of anything, on an experience, on a journey. And we play many roles as women. We play mothers, we play lovers, we play friends. We now have careers. You know, lots has changed for women over the last 50 years. And so in those roles, each role has like a different set of programs, and sometimes those programs and patterns can get all mixed up. And what happens is we actually forget who we are because we're so caught up in how to be a mother or how to be a partner or how to be a lover and all of those things. And as soon as we start forgetting who we are, we start to lose a sense of direction for ourselves. We start to look for other people to tell us what to do, and we start to think we can't create for ourselves, and then we start to fall into a pattern where we actually think we need something, whether it's we need more knowledge, or whether it's we need this food to feel good, or whether it's we need this person to feel complete. And when we're focusing on needs, when we're unable to give ourselves what we need, we actually don't ever get to a point of desire. When you can give your own body what it needs based on you, not even based on what I say or anyone else says, when you can give your body what it needs, you will live a life you desire. And it really is that simple. And if we look at nature, it tells us that every day. If there's a plant and it's in the earth and the soil's moist and the root system's down there deep and it's getting sunshine each day and water and it's got a few green leaves, it's just in this process, it flowers. They're the desires. It just grows easily. That's what we're doing here. So what we're realising when we're looking at the study program, it's about you, and you're learning that you can actually start to delete the stresses and the symptoms that happen each day that stop us feeling happy. Now the process can take, it sounds a long time when I say this, years to weed out all the things that we've been programmed through, but you do get to a point where they're not there anymore. And then you're in your natural state, which is happiness and which is love. And so the program's designed to teach you the skills and to actually give you the awarenesses. As many tips as I can share over the last 15 years of professional healing that I've done in this area, not only on myself but on many, many others, so that you can actually get to a point where you're saying my life is different and I've created it that way. Once you're at that point, you can start to grow things like money, like great relationships, heal things that have happened at home. The one thing I'm really passionate about at home is in relation to whatever isn't finalised at home, whatever's still broken at home, whether it's your mum and dad or a sibling, that's in you. That stress is in you and it's stopping you from being you. And until you really resolve that or become aware of what that is, you're going to repeat it every single day for the rest of your life, somehow outside of home. If there was some fight that you had with your brother or something that you didn't connect with, you'll be repeating that outside, whether it's in your workplace, with your boss or your partner. And so once we really go internal and once we really say, right, I need to create my life so that it's in harmony with the past, people in the past that have been in it and with the people that I come across now in it. Once we do that, we can start to create the desires. Then it gets easy. So there's work to do when you start looking about you. The reason we want to look at who we are. Why? It motivates you. When you know who you are, it actually motivates you. You self-motivate. You actually wake up thinking, I'm looking forward to the day. I want to be happy. It gives you energy. We all need energy to grow. We don't actually have to run out of energy. We're going to get older. Our bodies will change. We will age, but the energy doesn't have to be any different. What stops the energy is something that you'll learn on this program. Energy is available to all of us free. It's available to everyone, just like it is in nature. And once you start to understand this, you're going to start to be able to really take a lot more power in your day-to-day life. When you learn about you, you learn to what you warm to, and what Sammy said earlier in the introduction, not many of us actually know what our heart desires. We've lost it along the way. We've lost that feeling that says, this is what I really love, this is who I am, these are the things I enjoy. So that you're a person giving yourself what you need and you're able to share a life. What you enjoy about you in your life, what contributes to you, what makes you grow, what makes you happy, what arouses you, what excites you, all these things are inside of you. And there's so many possibilities of how these can be created in day-to-day life for you. We do have to get through the stresses, and we do have to get through the things that have hurt us in the past and upset us and confused us, and all the authorities that have told us this is the way. You do need to empty those out. But when you do empty those out, these things start showing that they exist every day. And then how you handle that, and this is one of the things I want to teach you, because then it becomes easy. How do you know you? Your body. Your body, the body that you're sitting in right now, or the body, if you're watching, the body that you're in right now, is the most amazing piece of technology. It doesn't matter who you are or what you are, what sex you are, how rich you are, how poor you are, how old you are. It doesn't matter about any of those things, how intelligent you are, what you've been educated in. You have an awareness. You have an awareness that is the same as the person sitting next to you. And if you can feel it moving through your body now, it'll start to talk to you. You have an awareness like the trees out there. You have an awareness. And it doesn't matter what you do, that awareness is there and it wants to grow who you are. And your body is a transmitter. It is constantly wanting to let energy in so that you can walk towards the things that you desire. They find you, actually, so that they find you. So when you're using your body, when you actually really need to know who you are, your body has the answers, your body. My body can read your body if you let me, and we're going to see how that works, and you can all read each other's bodies, but you have the ability to completely trust yourself and your body and inherit the wisdom that's inside. And you know that you have this trust because at the moment your lungs are breathing, your heart is pumping, your stomach and is digesting breakfast. So you already know, you already trust that's happening. So that's the trust we're tapping into. So your body's a transmitter, your senses are continually taking in data and information to tell you this way, Jules, this way, Jules, this way, Jules, not this way, Jules. It is that easy. When you start to read it and you start to, what your body will do is it'll take you to the awarenesses that you need to free your thinking. So wherever you've got any I can'ts, it's impossible, this won't work, I haven't got enough money, your body will take you to those places to realise it doesn't have to exist. And that's something that you really understand when you're working with energy and awareness, because a lot of people say, well, hang on a minute, how come this keeps happening? It's got a lot to do with the thinking, which is here. Your body will tell you through your thinking what's going on. We think something like 60,000 thoughts a day. Like there's a lot of thinking there to sort through. So when I say to you, you've got to sort through this stuff to get to all the yummy stuff, that's what you're doing. And then what's around you, anything that's what's around you, anything is a reflection on the inside. It doesn't matter, even if it's your stuff or someone else's stuff, whatever it is, anything that's occurring in your life has a signal coming from inside of you saying it has some sort of purpose of awareness. And so the idea is that the purpose of awareness is that it lightens you up and brightens you up and makes you feel great, fantastic, have more of it. If it's not, then you need to become aware of what's actually going on so you can change it. How does your body talk to you? In many, many ways. It talks to you through feelings, if your feelings are happy or sad, emotions, through thoughts, through your energy levels. If your energy is low, it's talking to you. If your energy is really high, it's talking to you. It talks to you through pain, through tingles, through goosebumps. There's so many ways it talks to you. It talks to you if you bump your toe. It talks to you if you sleep in late. It talks to you if you've missed an appointment. Your body knows what's happening. It knows what to do ahead of time. It knows that if you eat, what to do. It knows if you're breathing, how to send that breath to the rest of your being. It knows all of that. So when you start to work with energy and awareness and start to talk to your body, it actually knows, not just from your own point of view, it has a lateral point of view, it takes everything into account. And after a while, you get to see that that's true. And it happens every single moment. In Women's Wisdom Study Program, we use self-muscle testing, so you do learn how to do that, and you learn how to muscle test yourself. One of the biggest hurdles to get over there is trust, but after you use it for a while and you understand it and you've seen other people use it, you begin to trust. But it is a really easy tool to talk to your body and to become aware. So why does your body guide you? It guides you because you're going to get an endless amount of energy. It guides you to have more fun. It guides you to actually live life so that you are having fun in life, so that you have things to share with friends, that you're living life, that you have passions, that you can say, yes, I like horse riding, I like fire twirling, I like swimming, I like yoga, I like all those things. You're doing things, you get pleasure, you get wisdom. Wisdom's something that you can share with lots of people, whether you do it globally, whether you do it in your home, whether you do it with a friend. You get love and you get health, and that's the reason your body's guiding you. It's guiding you to have the most enjoyable, pleasurable journey ever. How it works, it's good to start seeing this because we're going to start doing this. And so all these bubbles around this gorgeous stick figure actually represent any possibility you can imagine. In fact, any possibility I can imagine. Any possibility exists. We can have, this one could be the possibility where I could come up with an idea that makes me $1 million. This one could be the possibility where I actually lose my house because of some silly thought or choice. This could be the possibility where I have longevity in my health. This could be the possibility where, unfortunately, I get a cancer or an organ failure. They're all choices. And when you look at it like this, I'm trying to make it really simple. We have to make a choice. We have to make a choice. When you're working with energy and awareness, you need to choose what it is that you want. So I choose health. I actually want a healthy body. As soon as I make that choice, signals go out of my body, this transmitter, which brings things in and takes things out. So I've made the choice, I want to be healthy long term. It's sending out messages all through the universe, gathering information that will suit my neurology, my body. Because what works for my body may be different to what works for your body. What works for my body today may be different for what works for it tomorrow. And so once you start getting in tune, you see how this works. So if I've made the choice to become healthy, to have long-term health, I'm sending out this signal. I'm going to gather all the possibilities. The possibilities that yoga may help, or the possibilities that being in love may help, or the possibilities that being happy may help. I'm going to invite all those in. The idea is they just come straight in, and these are the energy that fuels that desire. This is the energy, and so it comes into my body, and then my body sends out signals again to attract the right teachers, or attract the right foods, or attract the right education in terms of long-term health for my body. So when it comes back into my body as energy, it's there all the time. It's there to fuel the creation. And so just like when we watch in nature, at first I may have to learn how to do a yoga routine, or I may have to learn how to change my diet to get that long-term health that I'm after. But after I've learnt it and I've set my pattern and program, the energy drives it. I don't think about it, just like walking, just like talking. It took a while for you to get that. It took a while, but then when you get it, it's a day-to-day thing. This is how everything works, every program. Now, the one thing that gets in the way of this natural process happening are stories and patterns and programs. So I might have heard a story when I was younger that long-term health doesn't exist. We all grow up and get sick. Everyone says when they're older, you get sick, you know, they have to be put into a home or something. I may have learnt that along the way, or I may have watched my grandparents die really young due to all sorts of reasons. So what happens is this energy that's coming in, that's wanting to give me long-term health, it hits a story that says it's not possible for me. I won't be able to maintain it. I don't have enough time to do yoga. Whatever those stories are, and there'd be millions of them. And so what happens is that then becomes what we call stress. So our body needs, my body, this was me I'm talking about, needs to communicate, Jules, there's energy on the way. It wants to help you with long-term health, just like that choice you made yesterday. Except you've got this story that you haven't got enough time for yoga. And so what it does is it tries to talk to me. My body can't talk to me. Actually, it can talk to me. But if I'm so full of stuff and I'm busy being a mum and in my career and just running a home and all the things that we do day to day, I don't hear it. I'm not listening. I just live in the story. I hear the thought that says I haven't got enough time. And so it starts to cause a stress. This stress could come up as a headache, it could come up as a pimple, it could come up as a chemical reaction, it could come up as all sorts of things, low energy, it could come up. So the way that when the beginning of this work, a lot of the times the way that we listen to our bodies is through pain or suffering or hurt. It doesn't have to be that way, but that is, or we haven't got enough money, or life's hard. So when you look at all those things and you actually realise that's just a block, letting energy in, that's all it is. I need to understand it, because what actually clears that block is awareness. And once you become aware, that actual block disappears and the energy comes through. And then I start to get the tingles and I think, oh, that's great, and I feel lighter and I feel better. So the idea is that energy keeps coming through, and if it hits another story, I'll get another symptom. I can actually tune into my body and ask it. I don't have to live in symptoms. And after you work with this work for a long time, you won't live in symptoms. You won't live in hardship, because you actually realise it's a choice. It may take a while to undo it all, and it may take a while to restructure your thinking and whatever it is, but you do get there. You will get there. It is just how it works. When you tune into your heart's desire, this doesn't seem as important. If I tune into something I really love, if it was horse riding or something like that, I really love it, I get to let in so much energy. This is like a massive magnet. If I keep doing things that I really warm to, that I really enjoy, then this doesn't seem to be important, and the energy can come through. And so that's the other thing that we try to educate you on in this program. Tune into your heart. What does your heart really want? It will be different to what my heart wants. It will be different to what another heart wants. And once we understand that and we realise the importance of love and coming from this space, we're all giving each other energy, it's really easy to let someone else have a heart-filled journey as well, no matter what that is. So what that does is it brings a lot of harmony to relationships. Relationships with siblings or parents or past partners or ex-partners or partners that exist in your life now or children. Because once you really realise that all everyone's trying to do is this, and all that's in the way are these reactive behaviours or patterns and programs, anytime anyone's cranky or angry or upset, it's just a cry for help. They're saying, help me, I'm trying to let energy in, I'm trying to get closer to here. And so that's where on the other side, our bodies, that's where wisdom comes in, so that we can be wisdom for someone else if that's needed. Okay, the process, which is what we're all about to do. The process, what do you desire? So that's what are your choices? And then what we look for after you make a choice. So if I'm making a choice that says I want long-term health, we look for signals, signs, stresses, lack of energy, heaviness, sleep upsets, sicknesses, headaches, pains. There's zillions of things you can look for that actually may be in the way of that coming through. My goals, my happiness, love, pleasure, fun, lightness, what we learn throughout the program, all the programs I teach is you've got to keep your focus here. You've got to keep your focus on all these things no matter what's happening here. And that is the biggest challenge that I think most people have. Reading your body, talking to your body, gathering awareness is all quite easy once you know how. But to manage how you think and to manage the difference between here and here is what the art is. That's what will make it, that's what gives you that strength, that internal strength, that if one of your children are losing it, you can stay really calm. Or if something's not working, you can know, hang on a minute, it's only not working because I need some awareness. If it's my choice, it will work. That sort of strength is something that I really would love to see everybody have. That trust, that what you actually truly want, you can receive. You can actually get it, you can create it yourself. So, now, in the program, we look at, over 8 months, we look at 8 different topics that affect women, and each month we go over them, and like, you'll get a video, you'll get a telecall, you'll get a group healing, and you'll get an email with activities on it. So the idea is that you study each topic and you actually weed out, you have a month to weed out your hormones, you have a month to weed out your sex and intimacy issues, you have a month to weed out your self-esteem. So you're actually focusing on yourself. So a commitment to a program like this is you're focusing on you and you're working out who you are and you're working it out. You're supported in many ways on this particular program, in many different ways, but you're actually tuning into you and taking that responsibility of whatever it is that you want to have different in your life or more of in your life. So I'm going to start and show you an example of what you will be learning throughout the program.